Hello and welcome to the Vongino Predicament. Now, you might have noticed everyone around you whining about something called the stock market or the economy, both of which I presume are DEI, and therefore I don't know anything about them, but I would love to yell in their general direction. I do know this, however, and that's the golden rule. Do unto others before they pee on you. And that's what Donald Trump is doing with his tariffs, which is what it's called when China, in fact, pays you to build pants or Tamagotchis or whatever it is they produce over there in the mystical Orient. Can I say that? Is that too racist? And it was a ramen noodle flavor in grocery stores up until 2017. So don't get so high and mighty on me now. The point is trust the plan, trust the man. And if you do get a little panicked, maybe buying some food buckets and/or officially licensed merch over at stevevongino.com will make sure your children don't die or become trans, which in many ways is nature's dying. Oh, wait, sorry. No, wrong website. It's actually rutgers.edu/Steve Vongino. Also, producer Nancy Mom, yeah, did we remember to set up autopay for the Rutgers web service hosting thing? What's that? Oh, yeah, Rutgers doesn't offer web hosting, and you made the whole thing up to get access to the Patreon, and you spent all the money on Computer Duster to get high as a, what's that? Oh, a giraffe's open gaping baby shooter. That all makes sense. Well, listen, if you mail a letter with your address and also $200 in cash, gotta be in cash, I will not take checks, to 1589 George Lincoln Rockwell Avenue Expressway, it's both, then I'll make sure to mail you back any merch you'd like. And also, you'll get a free special gift, which might be an empty computer duster can. And I think that's all you need to know about tariffs, which is ironic, because we're going to talk a lot more about them when the show starts right in a hot minute. And welcome to the Vongino Predicament. My name's Steve Vongino, he, him, and I'm a moderate centrist. Bit of a milquetoast fence sitter, but most of all, I am a journalist. An independent journalist. I deliver the facts that the disgusting liars in the mainstream media, all of whom are gay, but somehow not in shape, refuse to tell you about. For example, did you know that President Donald J. Trump right now is doing fine? They're all going to tell you that Trump is in way over his head and is somehow wrecking the economy. All these liberal propaganda networks, MSNBC, CNN, New York Times, Forbes, New York Times Crossword, Wordle, the Home Shopping Network, Pawn Stars, The Pit, all episodes now streaming on Max, which used to be called HBO Max, but they decided, hey, who cares about the HBO? It's not like that's a valuable brand. No, I'll tell you what people love. Pepsi Max, so we're Max, fuck your face, I'm David Zaslav, and I do whatever the hell I want. All of these liberal outlets just want to make Trump look bad.
All of their wives say his name during sex. That's just science.
Last week, on what is now internationally known as Liberation Day, kind of like July 4th, Labor Day, Veterans Day, and also tax refund hits your checking account day, all mixed together, Donald Trump declared that we are doing tariffs on a wide variety of countries, the vast majority of which have people in them. Now, what is a tariff? This is a question many people are asking, presumably due to being stupider than me, and therefore not already knowing. A tariff, according to Wikipedia, is, of course, network failure error, redirecting, no connectivity, contact Cloudflare customer service, have a nice day. And I think that sums it all up. Okay, let me break it down for some of the more Cuba Gooding Jr. and radio-esque members of our audience here. We sell products to a variety of countries, and a lot of countries buy products from us. But it's often extremely not fair, which of course should not be allowed. For every $50 in bananas or big booty Visa wipes we buy from Brazil or Cuba, maybe, they only buy $10 of the same products from us, minus the big booty part, because American women are all absolutely just flat as a gosh darn board back there.
You hear that, American women? You're on notice.
Donald Trump is the first president to even become aware of this trade imbalance, presumably due to him being the only one since Carter to not spend most of his time sniffing children. Let me tell you, when Donald Trump sees a problem, he fixes it. Every time there's a bad light bulb in Trump Tower, he personally flies there, gets out a step stool, replaces it himself. And that explains how he got such a high percentage of the Latino vote. So Trump has enacted a number of tariffs, which force all of these countries to finally correct their extremely unfair, probably communist, trade imbalances. No longer can China just sell iPhones to us. No, now we get to sell iPhones to them. That's right. American manufacturing is coming back. And next thing you know, you personally are going to have a shiny new job at your local neighborhood Foxconn plant. It comes with great perks, like every Friday, you get to do fun net jumping exercises, to build team morale.
You will get a bare minimum 15-minute break every 9 hours, and also I meant bare maximum.
Personally, I think a return of the American middle class is worth some extremely temporary economic pain. I mean, sure, you might not be able to buy luxury goods like the newest model iPhone or the newest model, baby food, but listen, your baby daughter's fat. Okay, maybe she won't die from having a fridge that's a little less stocked. What is money anyway? It's just pieces of paper floating around, or if you're into Bitcoin, it's just pieces of, computer chips floating around. What's more important is the future of this nation, the very soul of our people. Your grandfather was a hard worker, a proud hard worker. And if they were immigrants, also your grandmother, and additionally your 17 aunts and uncles, many of whom died in American textile mills, because they were all proud hard workers too. And things were better then, with a small pittance of only $2.30 an hour, which was the minimum wage at the time. But they also gave you a wheelbarrow and several sacks of potatoes every shift. So, it was cool. They made do. Your elders could afford a vacation every single year to Disneyland or Disney World, or more likely the Vatican. And we can bring all that back, as long as everything China sends us costs like 3 times as much. Numbers.
The economy is mostly just math, and as everyone knows, math is gay. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Do not panic about your 401k, or more likely with my audience, your checking account that's been regularly overdrawn since like 2013. Sure, you may be broke. You may be suffering, but you will find nobility in suffering. Like a kind of samurai warrior monk who has never seen a woman and therefore is better with swords and also just generally happier. You'll very soon... Wait, what's that? Oh, he reversed the tariffs? Thank God. I absolutely love buying cheap crap made by Chinese slaves. That rules. You see, this was all just a negotiating tactic by one Donald Trump, who both wrote and has also read The Art of the Deal. Everyone with a brain in their head knew that this was just a bluff and was never intended to bring back blue-collar jobs, all of which suck. They suck so hard. Have you ever read Upton Sinclair's The Jungle? I have not, but I did have the Wikipedia article read to me by a very confused OnlyFans girl, and apparently it's all about how hot dogs used to be made of mostly rat poop. And also, all jobs are awful, and that's why... Wait, what's that? Oh, he just paused them for 90 days. How am I going to spin this one? Okay, so listen, you might have to get a manufacturing job in like 90 days. And you're probably going to have to do it for pennies an hour, and you're only going to be able to eat rice, and you'll have to drive a rickshaw, and you'll have like 9 kids, but you will know Kung Fu. So there's pluses and minuses, but at the end of the day, we are showing China who's boss by beating them at their own game. Let me tell you, when these tariffs kick back in for China, wait, what's that? Oh, the tariffs are staying for China. They're going to be even more now? You got to tell me this stuff before we start recording. I look like a jackass. So economically, this Trump term, has been a bit of a roller coaster. But remember, roller coasters are very fun. And also, even if you pee your pants, they will usually just spray everything down and let the next group on, so the fun never ends. Much like American fun never ends. As we continue to start tariffs, and then end tariffs, and then do that again over and over again. It's kind of like when you have to shake up the salad dressing so the oil and vinegar mix well. Tariffs are like that, but the vinegar is Chinese people. So I will leave you with this one piece of financial advice. Now, I normally don't like to give financial advice due to, liability issues. But then I found out that if you take my advice and use it, I'm entitled to 50% of all future earnings. So that's cool. Point is this, times like these, you need to buy the dip. Namely, ranch dressing. Honey mustard's also good. Point is, Americans are all fat little piggies, and when they're not able to buy whatever they want on Temu anymore, they're going to want a big puddle of various dips to jump their stupid bodies in while they pretend like they're even going to make a living as, I don't know, a coal miner or some shit. I don't know. You're not nearly as racist as your grandpa. Stop trying. Thanks for watching. We did it, everybody. We did an episode of the Vagina Predicament, and I simply must say, like and subscribe. You gotta like, you gotta subscribe. You gotta go to all the links down below there. I am on X.com, a website that's always been called that. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitch.tv/The Vagina Predicament. I'm on Rumble. Go subscribe over there. Instagram. I think that's about it. Oh, wait. What about Patreon.com/The Vagina Predicament? Ladies and gentlemen, you're not getting all of the show. You are getting a fraction of the content I am producing. You're missing out on so much sweet, sweet content. Okay? For only $5 a month, you get a bonus weekly episode. You get behind the scenes videos, which is just the raw feed of this green screen. I don't know why you'd watch that, but some people do apparently. I don't know, enjoy it. You get to vote in polls. Most importantly, you get, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, an executive producer credit. Oh my Jesus Christ, an executive producer credit, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. It's happening right now on the screen. The names. So many names, all of them real. None of these people are in witness protection. Okay? They're all honest, proud, and I have their addresses, credit card numbers. So, you know, if you're trying to find any of these people, you shoot an email over to thevaginaPredicament@gmail.com. I think we could work something out. Okay? So I'm looking forward to seeing all that. I got more videos coming at you right soon. So no flipping. No flipping. Stay on this channel. And until next time.
Guys, I'm so broke. I'm really gonna need some money. You gotta subscribe on the Patreon. For the love of God, they're gonna break my legs.
Shut up and sit down.